Hello, welcome to the data channel. So today we will be discussing about Databricks and Snowflake and what is the difference between them. So like these are the two latest technologies, tech stacks, right? And so which one you should choose if you are working in data engineering, analytics, or machine learning? So you probably heard of both, right? But what's the real difference? And more importantly, which one is the right for your project, your organization? Let's break it down in this particular video and try to keep it simple. And so, please request you to stick around till the end of the video so to get the maximum out of this. And if you're new to this channel, we would recommend you to please subscribe and also press bell button for instant notifications. So let's get started. So let us start with a quick overview. Both the Databricks and Snowflake are modern cloud-based data platforms, right? But they were designed with a very different goals. Basically, the design itself was based on the different goals. If you take Databricks, right, and Databricks is created by was created by originally by the creator of Apache Spark at UC Berkeley, and it's rooted in more of an open source innovation, and it is built to handle big data, machine learning, and advanced analytics at scale. On the other hand, if you take Snowflake as an example, which was created by the team of former Oracle engineers, folks who are really understood the traditional data warehouse pain points. So their mission was really to reinvent the data warehouse from the cloud. So if you take the core focus area from the both of the inventors or the origin of these two technologies were really different, right? Like their mission was really different. Okay, so Databricks is all about enabling data teams to build and kind of a train the AI/ML models, run the complex ETL pipelines, and work with a massive data set using Spark, Python, and notebooks, right? On the other hand, if you take Snowflake, Snowflake in a contrast is a laser focused on simplifying data access. It aims to make data warehousing effortless. So their intention is to make the data warehousing as simple as possible, right? And so teams can run fast and SQL based analytics without worrying about the infrastructure. So, and the if you take the platform type, so it is a lake house, which is the Databricks is built on the lake house concept. So, and Databricks introduced the concept of lake house. So that is a hybrid between the lake house and the data warehouse. So it gives you the flexibility of unstructured data with the performance of structured querying all in one platform. And on the other hand, Snowflake is more of a cloud data warehouse through and thorough, right? It separates compute and storage, and it offers on-demand scalability, ease of use, and super fast SQL querying with virtually zero maintenance. So that is the main agenda of Snowflake, right? And what are the main use case? If you take Databricks, you are running a complex ETL pipelines. So then the Databricks is the use case for you, or machine learning AI/ML, processing real-time streaming data, or working with the semi-structured or unstructured data. So then Databricks is a way to go. And on the other hand, if you are looking for, if you want to have a fast SQL queries, you are doing business intelligence and reporting, you need to share the data with partners more securely. Your team includes business analysts and mostly of the people who are from the non-coding background. So then Snowflake is definitely a choice. So here, if you take the use case itself is different, right? Like Snowflake is more of a because how it is like originally came the origin of Snowflake is basically to solve the data warehouse problem. So that is where you talk more about the solving the data warehouse problems here. On the other hand, Databricks was morely from the big data and like the data of the unstructured and semi-structured data processing, right? So that is where their uh, main use cases will be a little different. So processing the big data and AI/ML use cases and ETL streaming kind of use cases. So it depends, like which platform, like the core difference is the origin itself, like how they have originated and what problem they wanted to solve, right? So Databricks basically it is your go to if you are a data engineer or a data scientist, building model and handling big data, right? On the other hand, Snowflake is your best choice if you are an analyst or a decision maker who wants a clean, fast insights from the structured data. So then you need to go for a like a Snowflake, right? So let's deep dive into the difference between the Snowflake and the Databricks. So now that we have covered the basics, if you want to go in deep of the core differences between Databricks and Snowflakes, um, like these are the things that depends truly impact your choice depending on the use cases. Let's take the processing engine itself, right? So processing engine in Databricks runs on a Apache Spark, so which is open source and is designed for massively parallel data processing. So it is a great for big data workloads, whether you are transforming raw data, raw logs, or training models of millions of records. So then the Databricks should be your choice. And Snowflake, on the other hand, uses a proprietary engine built from scratch from the cloud. It automatically optimizes your queries behind the scenes, so you don't need to worry about the tuning part of it, right? And if you talk about the programming languages, Databricks supports multiple languages: Python, Scala, R, Java, SQL, and even it supports real-time coding in notebooks. So it is a dream platform for most of the developers and data scientists. And Snowflake is SQL first. So Snowflake concentrate more about the SQL. You can use Snowpark if you want to like Python or Java, but the platform is really optimized for SQL analyst and BI workloads. And if you talk about machine learning support, so if you are doing a machine learning, Databricks is built for it. So it has a native integration with the machine learning flows, right? And it supports AutoML and lets you use notebook to train and track your models. Snowflake doesn't have a built-in machine learning training tools. You would need to connect to the external platform like Dataroot, H2O, or bring in model via like Snowpark, or you need to write user-defined functions. So it's possible, but in case of Snowflake, creating machine learning support or use cases is not that seamless, right? And if you talk about the data architecture itself, right? So data architecture in Databricks uses open source storage format and separates the compute and the storage by design. So you store your data on object like S3 in terms of AWS. If you're using Azure, you can use ADLS, or you can use GCS, Google Cloud Platform also, and access it through via Delta Lake, which adds asset transactions and performance indexing. So on the other hand, Snowflake uses internal proprietary storage. So, but it also separates the compute and storage. The difference is Snowflake handles everything behind the scene, while Databricks gives you more control, right? And moving on, the auto scaling part. So auto scaling part is in Databricks uses more auto scaling Spark cluster, but you often needs to manage the cluster size, memory configurations, and you need to fine tune manually sometimes. So which gives you better performance, but it requires a kind of a uh, data engineering skills to kind of optimize the clusters and use them better. And the Snowflake offers virtual warehouse that scales automatically instantly. So it handles tuning, caching, and query optimization for you. So with the zero maintenance required, so there is no much skill required to kind of maintain the auto scaling and the performance optimization, right? And if you talk about the cost model, so pay as you here in terms of Databricks, it is pay per cluster per time usage. That means Databricks uses auto scale charges you based on cluster uptime. That means the longer your cluster is running, the more you pay. So it is great if you manage the cluster smartly, but it is risky if not, right? And the Snowflake uses a pay per second compute billing model. So you pay only when a query is running. It's like a more like a serverless, right? So combined with separate compute, storage, and scaling. So this model is more cost effective for ad hoc SQLs if you're running, or ad hoc dashboarding you're using. So that cost model is more realistic if you take that example, right? And coming to the delta sharing, like how do you share the data and how do you govern the data, right? In that aspect, so Databricks supports delta sharing, which is a more of an open protocol, which is open source and allows you to share the data set across the platform securely. Snowflake has built-in data sharing features and a rich data marketplace where you can share and monetize the data with partners, vendors, or customers. So all within the Snowflake ecosystems. So when it comes to the governance, Snowflake has a robust and more secure features out of the box. Databricks has recently added Unity Catalog. Not recently, it is already a couple of year now, like almost a year now, but which is closely a gap rapidly. So like it is still had to catch up in terms of data sharing and governance. But Databricks Unity Catalog is really doing good in terms of giving the data sharing and having that governance part, because Snowflake comes with that background of data warehouse, so it already has that data sharing and the data sharing part and the governance part already having that as a core feature. But the Databricks didn't have this as a core feature. Now with the introduction of Unity Catalog, so they are catching up really fast, right? So these are the key differences if you're taking notes or if you want to take the understanding in detail. So now let's understand when to choose what. So that's the interesting question, right? So because there is a kind of confusions at a time. So like we will try to kind of break it up. So when there is a data science, machine learning, or model training use cases, so then you have to go for Databricks. So complex ETL jobs with the Spark, definitely you have to go for Databricks. And real-time data or a stream data processing. So, or it is a unified data lakehouse architecture kind of thing. So all of these use cases, you need to go for Databricks, right? And on the other hand, if you take Snowflake, you're more of a SQL analytics, BI dashboards, simplified data sharing, and across the different organizations or within the organization, used by business analysts, and they don't have the much of a skill, kind of a write a complex programming languages, right? So in that case, also you can pretty much go for that. And so basically, Snowflake is perfect. So if you want a fast results with the minimum setup, but the business analysts definitely love it, and it integrates well with tools like Power BI and Tableau, right? So now let's jump to the ecosystem and integration part. So and understand in detail. So if you take cloud cloud provider support, so Databricks is available in all major cloud platforms. It might be AWS, Azure, GCP. In fact, it has a deep integration with Azure Databricks, which is co-developed with Microsoft and heavily optimized for Azure users. Snowflake is also cloud native and supports multi-cloud deployment, AWS, Azure, and GCP again, but it takes a step further by offering seamless cross-cloud data sharing replication. So you can move the data and access data across the cloud platform without having the ETL enabled, right? So that basically kind of keep it more robust and keep it more flexible in terms of cloud support, right? And in terms of BI and BI tools, so Snowflake has native connectors with almost all the major BI tools. It might be Tableau, Power BI, Looker, Click, and because it is SQL first, integration is frictionless, right? And Databricks also integrate with BI tools, um, but you often needs to optimize performance using Delta Cache or creating a materialized view for real-time dashboards. So that said, it is more commonly used in conjunction with notebooks and custom dashboards uh, built using Python framework. And Databricks, uh, next is the integration, right? If you take data integration and ETL tools, so Databricks works well with modern ETL and ELT tools like Fivetran, DBT, Informatica, Airflow, and Kafka. And it really shines when you need to handle large scale data pipelines, streaming, or complex transformation. Snowflake is also highly compatible with these tools, and many vendors now offer Snowflake connectors. So setting up pipelines can take minutes instead of hours, right? And in terms of marketplace, uh, so Snowflake offers Snowflake Marketplace where you can buy and sell the data and the apps. So it includes the native app framework, letting developers build and monetize secure apps inside the Snowflake. Databricks, meanwhile, supports data sharing for data collaboration, and it is expanding its partner connect ecosystem. But the focus is still more technical and to keep it more open source driven, right? And if you take about the open source integration and how developers experience and tooling, right? Databricks is a developer playground which with rich support for VS Code, Jupyter, Git integrations, and CI/CD workflows. If you are a data engineer or a data scientist, the experience definitely will be a top notch in Databricks. However, in case of Snowflake, Snowflake abstracts most of the backend, so it's more geared towards the analyst or data teams that doesn't wants to worry about the infrastructure or tooling. But with the Snowpark or Streamlit integrations, Snowflake is becoming more developer friendly to kind of it is moving towards becoming more developer friendly too, right? Uh, so if we want to conclude, right, generally, basically, like situations, you need to take a situation, you need to assess the situation. Based on the situation, you can choose which is the best choice for you, whether it's a Databricks or Snowflake. But in terms of uh, one or two lines, if you take, right, if you are having a machine learning, AI, big data, or you want to have the like lake house kind of architecture, so then Databricks is definitely your choice. But if you want to have a SQL and BI dashboard kind of a setup, so that is your only use case, and you're not having a large scale data processing yeah, use cases, and you want to have more of a managed data warehouse, right? You understand, like managed data warehouse. You don't want to kind of take care of the fine tuning, the infrastructure part of it, and you just want to have that seamless reporting part enabled, right? So the business intelligence reporting part want to enable that use case, so then Snowflake is your choice, right? So hope this was a particular video of comparing the Databricks and Snowflake was helpful. So if it is helpful, please like and share with your colleagues and friends, and also feel free to comment in the comment section or suggest anything that you look for in the upcoming videos. So definitely kind of take those concepts for the next upcoming videos. So hope this was useful. Thanks for watching.